In this tutorial, we will teach you how to make a smiley from scratch in Photoshop. First of all, pick up the ellipse shape tool and draw a circle on the canvas. Once done, align the circle to the center of the canvas. Now, open up the layer style options of the shape layer and move over to the drop shadow tab. Change the opacity to 80%, angle to 130 degrees, and size to 15 pixels. Next, move over to the inner glow tab and choose F2F26D for the color fill. Change the blend mode to normal, change the opacity to 50%, choke to 2, size to anywhere between 25 and 30 pixels, and range to 60%. Next, move over to the Bevel and Emboss tab. Increase the depth to 150%, size to 0 pixels, and soften to 8 pixels. Increase the opacity of both the highlight mode and the shadow mode, and choose E5E526 for the color of the shadow mode. Now change the color of the shape to F6F610 and go back to the Bevel and Emboss tab in the Layer Style window. Here, change the altitude to 70 degrees and change the size and softness according to your image until that fine white line appears on the shape. Next, we are going to work on the eyes. Grab the ellipse tool and make 2 circles on the shape. Choose 222220 for the color fill and duplicate this shape. Duplicate this layer and give proper names to your layers. For example, in this case, I'll rename shape 2 to left since it represents the left eye, and so on. Now group both the shape layers and rename the group eyes. Rename this base layer face and align all the layers properly. Now press the Control key and click on the shape layer to load its selection. Now create a new layer and move over to the Paths tab to make a work path from the selection. Once done, pick up the Free Transform tool, click on the anchor points below, and move them upwards. Once done, right-click on the path and choose the Fill Path option. Now copy the layer style of the face layer and paste it on the new layer. With that done, now you can change the color of the face layer to 222220, delete the work path, and resize the face layer according to the image. Next, open up the layer style options of the face layer, open up the Bevel and Emboss tab, and reduce the size to 0 and depth to 1. Now let's rename the layers and group them accordingly. Next, we will be working on the eyebrows. Pick up the pen tool and use the anchor points to make the shape of a basic eyebrow. Once done, duplicate the layer, rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise, and position it on the left eye. Always remember to name and group the layers from time to time. Now choose 303030 for the color and apply it on the background. Now create a new layer. Choose CDCDCD for the color fill. Pick up the brush tool, choose a soft brush, increase the size of the brush, and apply it on the canvas. Last of all, pick up the text tool, use Impact for the font, and type your text. Increase the size and position the text below the smiley face. Now select the face layer, copy the layer style, and paste it on the text layer. Choose black for the color of the text and open up the layer style options. In the Inner Glow tab, choose black for the color fill and move over to the Bevel and Emboss tab. Here, change the size to 5 pixels and change the depth to 215%. Now move over to the Stroke tab. Choose FFF00 for the color of the stroke and change the size to 5 pixels. And that's it.